Hi, welcome all. In this video, we will explain and give an example of the triple-layered business model canvas. The canvas is primarily a creativity tool used in the development of new sustainable business models, but it can also be used as an analyzing tool. Businesses can use it to systematically iterate and reflect upon their current business model, to make improvements and to communicate to stakeholders. The canvas is an addition to the traditional business model canvas, which is mostly looking at prosperity for the business and the economic value. The two additional layers are concerning the environment from a product lifecycle perspective as well as societal aspects. This way, value can be created for all stakeholders, even those who cannot speak up for themselves. But how does it work? Julian will give an example and explain it.
This is how the canvas looks in practice. So as you can see, we have three different layers. The top one is the economic layer, which is kind of the traditional business model canvas. Then we have the environmental layer, which takes a life cycle approach. And then we have the social stakeholder layer. And I will zoom into the environmental layer, which we have filled out using the example of Nespresso. So at the center of this layer is the functional value, which is similar to a functional unit in life cycle analysis, which is, for example, in the case of Nespresso, 40 milliliters of espresso coffee once daily multiplied by the number of customers of Nespresso in a year. This makes it comparable between different companies. Then we look at the various aspects of environmental sustainability of a company. For example, we look at the emissions during the production phase, which is, in the case of Nespresso, mainly capsule production, which causes 13% of the company's total CO2 emissions. There's other aspects we can look into as well, like the materials used, the distribution channels and methods, the use phase, which we can see in the case of Nespresso uses a lot of energy and causes a lot of emissions, mainly the cup washing and production, which is actually one of the main contributors to the total company CO2 emissions. So using this canvas, we can kind of examine where in the product chain of Nespresso the most emissions take place. Then we can also look at the social stakeholder canvas. And here, social value is central. So it kind of looks into what social effects the products of a company or the actions of a company has on its customers, but also on communities and the world as a whole. So for example, we can look into local communities, which in the case of Nespresso, they provide farmers with a sustainable farming program, leading to their personal development. So this canvas can be used to explore different social aspects and benefits, but also impacts of the company. And we won't go into all of them because we only have 2 to 3 minutes, but if you are interested, you can always look at the paper.